Hi you guys, it's Latoya. Welcome back to my crafty space and day 2 of my holiday card series. Super exciting. So for this card, totally wanted to focus on cookies, cocoa, just food, Christmas food, all that holiday good smelling, the things you shouldn't eat basically, more than sparingly. So I decided to break out my new Crafter's Companion stamp and die set that I purchased off HSN recently because, oh my gosh, like when I saw the sentiments in these stamp sets, I was like, okay, I need to have all of those because they're just so darn cute and adorable. So I decided out of this super cute set here to use the I just want to drink hot chocolate and watch Christmas movies because that's what I would like to do right now. So I came up with a little card idea, and you guys know I'm pretty much recording on the fly, and I decided to come on right before. All right, on with the heat embossing for the sentiment. I am so excited to play with this. You guys have no idea. It's just super cute. Screams what I love. And I'm just very excited about it. So just give it a nice press. Okay. Bring that up. Bring this over. And I'm just going to lay this on thick, like a kiss. A little tap there. And give it a little, just a little more. I just like my, whenever I'm going to heat emboss, to be coated. Okay, so I think this is looking really nice. Just gonna go in this one box because there's like a dot here that I don't want showing, but for the most part, everything is fine. And heat it up. Perfect. Look at that. Can you guys see it? Oh, there we go. It's so pretty. I love heat embossing. Like, I won't tell you guys about the first time I heat embossed. I mean, it was totally wrong because I didn't even know about the Versamark powder, nor did I know about an embossing buddy. It was just, it was a hot mess, I can tell you that. But heat embossing just really helps add a little touch to things. And although, you know, it might take a minute or two, or it might just seem like, you know, a kind of just a messy thing, it's like, hey, just do it because the end results are nice. And I love embossing words because it just makes those words pop. And we want those words, you know, those words have weight. Those sentiments mean something. That's why we're sending the card. So why not just give them life, you know? All right, enough yammering. Put back my, these are my embossing paintbrushes. And wipe my hands off like always because I put on lotion. Gosh, like it's super drying using sanitizer all day, every day. I'm going to clean this off. I just wet my my little rags here so they don't have any cleaner on them. So I had to spray a little bit. Okay. And put this back because we are all about keeping our stamps where they should be. And yeah, it adds a little time, but it's okay. And I get to stare at this set again. I mean, why not? It's adorable. There we go. So cute. So cute. And the stamps are nice and thick, like the quality. At first, yeah, I was a little skeptical at first because I'm like, oh, the protective covering is kind of, you know, really flimsy. But once I felt the stamps, I'm like, oh, okay, these are good. Like, these are really good quality. Like, they're not silicone. Okay, so for this card, we have that stamp. Okay, so we want to play around with that. We're doing multiples. This is trash. So we're doing multiples for that, which is swell. And we have this. I decided I want to do some color, and I actually had stamped this striped background, which you guys will come to know that I absolutely love. It's the My Favorite Things striped background. I can't find the stamp for some reason, but I stamped a bunch of them because I want to have basically like my own pattern paper on deck that I can just like grab and try to make a card around it. And I'll talk about that in the next video. But I'm like, hey, this would be great for this card. So I'm going to build this up with black, and we're gonna have this pattern paper in the background here, like so. Like, that's nice. And then I'll take this piece of red cardstock and put this here in the middle. And I haven't sized anything, but I think I will go with these sizes actually, because these are pretty spot on. Like, they fit just enough, and there's just enough stripe. Like, normally I go a little smaller with my background matting, but I think I do like seeing more of the stripe, and I might actually make this red a little smaller. I don't know, it depends on how this card comes together, because that red and white stripe is just like making the card very Christmassy, giving it a really nice feel. Okay, so now I'm kind of thinking I want this to be like a picture show, how you have the film just like scattering across. So I think these are all the good pieces. We're gonna take these and we're gonna hear them here. Oh my gosh, this looks so cute already. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. This is a bad piece that did not go the way I wanted it to go, and this one is good. Yeah, I think so. Is it? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna put that one there. So I'm gonna cut this one out, and then this piece here, I actually have to, you know, make more of it. It's going to go here, but I'm thinking I need like a border for this. Like, this itself is a border, but I think I want a little border for the film, like between the film and the icicles. I don't know why, my eye is kind of like, we should do this. And then, yeah, I'm kind of like drawing a little bit of a blank here. Like, I have to figure out what else is gonna go on this card. Yeah, because I have no idea. I have no ideas right now. So just gonna fussy cut this with ease. And it's funny because I kind of feel like I'm playing with like a whole bunch of ephemera, and I know people buy those packs, and honestly, like, that's what I think just stamping is. It's making your own ephemera. Like, you're just, you know, making your own to have, you know. And you just got to use your stuff and get a bunch of different things and put them together to get that look that you see like in card kits and such. So it might seem a little daunting, but once you like get your card collection going and figuring out what you like and picking styles and such that are similar, I think it'll become easier to get a bunch of different stamps, put them together, and make your own card kit per se. Okay, so I like how this is looking. I don't know if I want to do this on the top as well. These are icicles. Well, this is an icicle border, but I also have a drippy goo punch. You know what? I'm going to get my punches. I'm going to get some hot chocolate mugs, because maybe that's what this card kind of needs. Like, it needs something else, and I'm drawing a little bit of a blank. But I think it just hit me what it needs. So fingers crossed. I gotta get some supplies. All right, so this here is my container with all of my Christmas, cookie, cocoa, holiday stamp sets. Well, and even some stamp sets that aren't holiday-ish. So I rummaged through this and I found a couple sets that I think will go with my card here. And I'm going to stamp out the cups here from these 3 sets. They're so super cute. I think this cocoa cup might go well with that. Or this cup here, because it's a little smaller. I think this might be a really good option. Possibly mask it so I don't have the sentiment on there, since I already have a lot of words going on. Or this cup here, which is so uber cute, and it has the marshmallows too. I think these 2 actually will be the main contenders. And I dug through my stash. Look at these punches, you guys. Like, talk about old. Do you guys remember the Martha Stewart punches? I know she still has them now, I'm pretty sure, but you can even see how old these are. I've had these for like years. I think over 10 years. But yeah, one punch does like the icicles, like this one here. And the other punch does the drippy goo, which is really cool. Automatically thought about Halloween, you know, when I saw that. But now I'm like, hey, this is perfect for possibly Christmas, like cookies and cocoa. So I think I'm actually going to go with the drippy goo, just because I do want to do like a cocoa thing. So I'm going to put the icicles to the side, even though I like how long the icicles are compared to the drippy goo, not glue. But yeah, I just thought that was also cool, like digging through my stash, using old things. So I need to figure out how to color this, one, to make the hot cocoa look like hot cocoa, because I don't think I'm gonna Copic color it. I think I just want to use my blending brushes, because that'll be like wham bam fast. And I think I'm actually going to like distress around the edge of the red here. If I distress around the edge to like enclose that area, have the cup hanging out here, maybe have a piece of ribbon. Possibly, I kind of need something, because I don't want the cup to just be floating. You know what I mean? And then I think I'd be really happy with that. So we shall see. Let me color first, because that's pretty much the only thing I know right now that I want to do. And as you guys know, the way I've been trying to make cards and stay focused is by doing what I know first, because I have a tendency of overthinking and pausing. So by just saying, okay, I'm going to do this, I know I'm going to do this, let me do that, and then I'll figure out what else is going on. That I've noticed that helps me greatly. Okay. Piece of cardstock. I don't know what this is on here. I ran my, what is this thing? Microfiber towel through the wash, because I'm like, okay, almost all 3 of them were like disgusting. And now they're nice and clean and like new. Except they have fuzzies all over the place. So I'm going to stamp off a few of these coffee cups. Not, why did I say coffee cups? A few of these hot chocolate cups. And I'll also let you guys in on something like it's a secret. I actually just got these stamp sets this year. As I said, totally like all in this year with stamping and what I like and such. So I've actually had these sets on my wish list probably for a while, like almost a year. Yeah, these have been around for a while, but I just haven't, one, you know, like had the budget. Pardon me. Haven't had the budget. 2, I haven't been stamping like that, where, you know, I deserve to actually, you know, purchase something because I'm not like going to use it. So my Pinterest boards, I just had accumulated. I don't know why I went for the Versamark. Like, I'm not going to heat it. No, I'm not going to heat emboss it because that's going to be too much. Yeah, so I have like just these Pinterest boards full of stamp sets that I think are super cute, that I want to purchase. And it's so cool because it's like now I'm actually buying everything that I want, and I'm actually getting to play with this stuff, and it's like, I'm so excited. This is so much fun. So I'm kind of like a kid in a candy store a little bit. It's like, oh, I've been having my eye on this for like so long. Now this is my first time stamping this off, so that explains why this is a little janky, but I also want to mask that, so it's not bad. I'm trying to think here. How am I gonna mask this? Am I just gonna wipe it off? I think I might just wipe it off because I'm being a little lazy. Just because I'm doing the card series doesn't mean I'm not gonna be just a little lazy, but I am going to move this cardstock over because I don't want to waste paper because I can use this somewhere else. All right, so what I'm going to do is ink these both up again, and always keep like a little piece of paper towel in my pocket to like wipe my hands off. So I'm going to take that and actually wipe off the ink here. Some people use different things. I'm just using this. Like if you had like a little Q-tip or something. Or you can use your finger even. I know some people do that. They like take their finger and run it over whatever they don't want to come up. Now, sometimes that does not work. So sometimes you will like still want to put something down. Let's see. Should we see? I don't know. I usually have some sort of scratch paper sitting around here. Because sometimes you can just make like a little mask, because these things are so sticky. I know this is like Crafters Survivor's Island by me making that fake mask just now. Like, hey, it happens. And look, it worked. These things get so sticky, you can put down like a piece of paper on top and it'll stay. Okay, so if you're in a rush, you can always do that. But remove it when you go to restamp it, because if you don't remove it, then it'll be covered with ink, and then you have a big splotch of ink right there. So I'm still going to take my finger, run it across, get up that ink. And I know some people won't do this part because they don't want to get their fingers dirty, but I'll just take alcohol wipe to my finger and it's fine. The worst was when my Stampin' Up! Ink pad, oh gosh, that got all over me. That was awful. All right, so take this, put this down again. You gotta be a little precise. Just a little bit. Make sure you give it a good press, unless it's gonna float off. And look at that. Now, all I have to do is take my Copic multi-liner and just follow that line, because I don't need to worry about like re-inking it. Like, it's not necessary. So if you don't have Copic multi-liners, you should definitely invest in those. They are completely worth it. And this is from someone who was like, oh, I don't need it. And then now I have it. So there's that. Now we're going to clean up our stamps. Okay. And again, because you guys know how I am, just gonna run something over it really quickly. And I know there are some people that just don't do this because, you know, they're like, once I clean it off, once it's clean, it's fine. It's just going in plastic. Totally fine. I'm so excited to finally play with these sets. Like, I've wanted these sets for so long. And what I'm even more excited about is the fact that I'm actually stamping and creating something, because I don't want to just do what I was guilty of before, like even recently, just staring at all the cool stuff I have, because what's the point of having all this cool stuff if you're not going to create with it? Please create, create. All right, now I need to go through my pieces here, because these are old pieces. So I had those old candy canes that I colored, which still came out good a long time ago. I still want to use those in a card, and I'm looking for them now because I think I want to incorporate some of those in this card. Remember, I colored a ton of marshmallows, and I think those would be kind of, maybe kind of swell in this card. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But then I also have to remember my marshmallows. I had 2 different types that I colored. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just doing marshmallows might be doing a bit too much. And again, this makes me think like, oh, it's like an ephemera card. Just ephemera everywhere. Some marshmallows here, and a cup of hot chocolate there, a line there, and I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, maybe I'll use them. Maybe I won't. But I definitely know that I'm going to use this cup. And see if I use this cup. These marshmallows are so large compared to that cup. Anyhow, time to color. You can figure that out in a moment. I always put down a piece of printer paper when coloring, get the multi-liner, and they're all, I have like 4 different sizes. If you're going to Copic color, you have to use the multi-liner. My Faber-Castell, these might bleed. So I only fill in with these after I color something. Let's see. You gotta be mindful of how thick your line is. All right, I'll use this one. There. See, not bad. All right, so I am about to give these images a color, or at least one of them, and see what direction I go. Okay, so I think this is going to be my layout for the card and how it's going to be. I'm going to size down this red matte panel here in the back just a little bit. I was really considering using an embossing folder or something on it, just so it wasn't so plain, but I feel like it's kind of, it's very like card kitty to me. And not kitty like kitten, but a kit, like a card kit. Like you would get this and you'd put a card like this together, and I actually really like it the more I look at it. Originally I had this cup here in the corner, but I was like, no, let me just move it around and see if a different placement would work. And yeah, me having it here in line with everything else will look pretty stellar. So I'm excited about that. And I actually think, I think I was going to do something to the chocolate here, the hot cocoa looking stuff, but now I'm kind of like, you know what, it's late. I already have a lot going on this card. I think it's fine. I'll jot it down for a note for how I can improve it in the future, because I like doing that. But I really wanted to, you know, use like a subtle embossing folder or something here, but again, I have a lot going on. I don't think it's necessary. So, oh geez, my papers. Okay. So I think I'm just gonna leave it. I'll just let it be. But this folder here, this the Stampin' Up! Subtle, it would just be like, bing, you know? I might do it. I'm saying I'm not going to do it, but I feel like I'm going to do it. And then that would be it. And I would just put this together. Okay, so I did it. I ran my red panel through this Stampin' Up! Subtle embossing folder because it needed a little something, but it just needed to be very subtle. So all the hemming, hawing, yeah, I did it. So I actually just took a piece of paper, printer paper, put some tape on the back of it, and just line these up so that they will actually all be together when I go to adhere them to my card, because I didn't want them moving and all that other jazz about. So let's see. This is so cool. I'm like, oh, I'm finally making something similar to like other hot chocolate and cocoa cards I've seen before. Like, I'm pretty excited in my very nerdy way, as I'm called. Right, let's see. That doesn't. So we're going to put this back here just to give that some lift, because for some reason I just basically want these bars to span the card, and yeah, doesn't bother me at all. That's all. This one here's a little low, but that's okay. It's funny how these pieces are like spot on. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I am moving here. Like, this card is fulfilling all of my like hot chocolate, Christmas movie, romantic, Hallmark like thoughts. I'm going to have to come up with some more. And this was like, again, when I make cards, you guys, y'all are like seeing things happen as I think of it. I don't know why that's not pulling, but I don't have time for this. It's driving me nuts. Okay. I'm just trying not to mess with this Distress Oxide. Wait, is that an oxide? I don't know. All right, so I want to have some of the white here showing. And let's see. Because this is going to get cut, so I don't want it to look super odd when it gets cut. All right, so I think there's gonna do good. Why didn't I put tape on the back of this? Maybe I didn't think I needed it. I don't know. Yeah, maybe not. Anyhow, I still feel like I should at least put some tape here. Well, that's oxide, so just do a little glue. Okay. Up a little higher, like right there. Okay. Fudge. Oh, jeez. Oh, thank goodness that edge is getting cut off anyways. Ah. y'all. I was like, no! This is straight, right? Okay. So, press. Oh, behind this should be popped up because it's going to be depressed if it isn't. So I just want to show you how you got to be careful with the art glitter glue, because you can see here it turned my Distress Oxide like a green color. And I also have to watch out when I use it with backgrounds. So be aware. All right, now I'm just going to cut this. I didn't put the hot chocolate mug on yet. I'm just gonna cut along. I know some people like really like this part, like me cutting off the edge here. Trying to make everything even. I might just take some black to that to make it look a little more flush. Okay, it's kind of hard to see. It's like, is this straight? I have so much going on here. Just need another piece of tape. Good grief, how many times am I going to loop around this thing? Guys, look at this. Look at this. I'm so mad. Oh my gosh, that just happened. I went to go make these edges here black and the marker slipped. I am livid. But the whole card is not ruined. That is okay. Just got to redo this piece and try not to scream. Oh my gosh. See? Crafting hazards. Oh, it could have been worse. It's fine. I could have had on my coffee cup and ruined that. So, okay, let me heat emboss yet again. All right, about to throw down this piece that I redid. Jeez. Lots of tape. All right, so here it is, my completed card. I am so excited. Oh my gosh, I'm just so happy I'm creating things I've never created before. So we have the heat embossed sentiment / image here. It looks just like a panel of awesomeness. It has a great sentiment on it. Absolutely love it. Have this cup here that I heat embossed. Well, I had to mask and heat emboss, so that was pretty swell that worked out. And then I got to use some of my old punches and do some ink blending to get this just really chocolatey looking border here. And then I just added on some sequins. There's a lot of dimension here. When you look at this card, you should just be like, wow, chocolate is great. So this is the side. It is, I mean, obviously it looks a little, but I needed to pop everything up, and no one's going to have their card and be like, oh, look at that. That looks terrible. Like, it's a homemade card. Things have to stand up, but you know, a quick glance, it's not going to kill anything. And if you did, you know, make this yourself, you know, you could just like fill this in with a black like sliver of paper and no one would be able to see all that construction underneath there. But I'm not going to focus on that negative. This is homemade and looks pretty dandy. The sequins I just left muted, and literally I just kind of threw them down, and where they landed was where I put them. These are my new honeybee stamp sentiments. Not sentiments, sequins. I got those in my current haul from Honeybee for the Christmas order. And on the inside of this card, marshmallows. So these marshmallows are actually from another card that I'm working on, but I thought I was going to use them on the outside. And honestly, I have to get ready for work, so I don't have time to figure out something to put on the inside from here. I was going to do a nice little cocoa border like here, but I was like, no. And I'll insert a little white panel when I'm gifting this card, or I'm just going to write, you know, with a white gel pen or something, because they'll be able to read it. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's card video. I'm just so excited. Like, I'm having so much fun. I love playing with all of my stamp sets and just being creative and just using my things and pushing my creativity, and I'm trying to look at things a different way. And yeah, that's it. I'll stop saying and. All right, I hope you guys have a great day, and please do something crafty that makes your heart happy. Hi to all my new subscribers and people that are following along with this little challenge / holiday card series. Nice to see you. Bye.